Everything starts with a story at Disney. At least, that's the way the late Marty Sklar put it in his foreword to the book The Haunted Mansion, Imagineering a Disney Classic. In fact, if you look them up, you'll see that number 3 on Mickey's 10 Commandments is all about telling good story. Organize the flow of people and ideas, use good storytelling techniques, tell good stories, not lectures, lay out your exhibit with a clear logic. And a universal creative, story, 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 is basically the mantra. But when I don't want to speak for you, when I think about theme parks and amusement parks, the first thing I think about is roller coasters. Ask me to think about Universal, I'll think the Hulk. Ask me to think about Busch Gardens, I'll think SheiKra. Ask me to think about Six Flags, the Goliath, one of them. And when Disney, the Barnstormer. So much of our public consciousness around themed entertainment has to do with that thrill factor, that experience you can't get anywhere else. We can get stories in books, we can get stories in movies, we can get story on that Homecoming podcast, and then watch it on TV. Does theme park story really matter? And I'm here to tell you, yes it does. I'm Adam Johnson, hold on to your butts, cause this is Theme Park Workshop. It might be helpful to put some sort of frame to our discussion. Now, this isn't based on any academic theory or in-house categorization, though it probably could have been if I was meeting the deadlines. This is just the way I like to see the theme park world. Really, we're just workshopping it, hey?
Workshopping it with Adam Johnson.
Don't expect those bad jokes, Jonathan's gonna cut them in the edit. Anyway, here are the 3 categories I present. Thrill, immersion, and story. Now, you might be thinking just based on those titles, hey, I get super immersed at Gringotts. I find it incredibly thrilling, and the story is better than the Forbidden Journey. And I say, whoa, hold your horses. That's our next video. And also, these categories aren't mutually exclusive. You can have a thrilling ride with a great story, and you can have a great story that's not entirely thrilling. You can have any level of these in any theme park ride, but here's how I define them. Thrill rides are those roller coastery ones, the drop rides, the carousels, the wildest rides in the wilderness. If we're paying upwards to $100 a day just to visit our favorite parks, we want to leave having some sort of thrill that we can't get anywhere else. We want our blood rushing, our adrenaline pumping, our sweat pouring, our pee streaming like nowhere ever before. It can be mild or wild, as long as the core element of it is fun and entertainment. Immersive experiences have become all the rage ever since, the Wizarding World opened up and became the biggest show-off in the entire industry, but Disney has been doing it for a while now. Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion, for example, are jaw-droppingly immersive. You encounter pillaging. You are smack dab in the middle of a real estate haunted by the grim grinning dead. Or you can take a more recent example like the Navi River Journey, which, almost entirely bereft of story, enters you into this beautiful world of Pandora from load to unload. And then there's story, or maybe more specifically, narrative. These are the rides that can be as simple as taking you through the chronological happenings of your favorite movie or book, or it can place you in the middle of the action. Think about The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, where you are a photographer stuck in the middle of Spider-Man's most dangerous night of his life. Or think Dinosaur, where you have got to find our dino. Or think Confrontation or Jaws, RIP, where the ride host is the audience catalyst who lives in the middle of the story world, letting you be the main character, the main actor, in this major motion picture ride spectacular starring you. You can have a thrilling ride and not be left wanting for story. Or you can experience a phenomenal story that forgives lesser thrills, or just totally take in this immersive world around you. And when all 3 come together, that's really something special. But that story part, that part matters. A story and an IP made me ride the Tower of Terror, and I don't do drop rides. But you know what?
I love it.
It makes rides like Kong, Spider-Man, Haunted Mansion so much more immersive. And maybe it can get your imagination racing. I just know there's gotta be some sort of internal through line to Space Mountain, since there's a whole bunch of unexplained elements like that red tunnel. That's gotta mean something to somebody. Their Imagineering keeps me imagining. You come to these rides without a backstory. The ride artisans give that to you. You come to these attractions with anachronistic clothes. You choose to forget. All immersive story experiences require some sort of imagination. And that's what makes them wonderful. In The Artisan Soul, McMahon is right.
I've arrived, it seems. Just in time to correct a little misstatement.
Are you going to introduce yourself to everyone? I mean, I know who you are, but...
Of course. How could I be so rude? My name is Balthazar Banshee. I was born in Pandora, the world of Avatar, in the store Wind Traders, and adopted by this guy, Jonathan, who you will meet in a later episode. After I was adopted, I flew over that bridge out of Pandora never to return again. That is, until I became a theme park blogger. And now let Season 1 of Theme Park Workshop develop my character more.
If, we keep you around.
You have to. Rule 32. Never kill a house pet.
Oh yeah? Well, what about rule number 14? The annoying guy always dies.
Touché.
So, back to your point.
Oh yeah, well, theme parks shouldn't have their experiences require imagination. It creates chaos.
Example, please?
Well, a cheetah hunt. There's no story whatsoever. Imagination 100% required. Are we hunting the cheetahs? Are they hunting us? What is our role in the story here? I certainly don't want my kids dreaming about hunting cheetahs. That's illegal.
But that ride, well, it is more of a thrill than a narrative. The story is you, as a cheetah. Again, imagination.
Yeah, but it's called the cheetah hunt.
Yeah, you're a cheetah on a hunt for something.
Oh. It seems like you may have a point there. Let me go ruminate while you pontificate in my Balthazar bath.
What's a Balthazar bath?
You know the real reason why they shouldn't let imagination into theme parks?
Why?
Because journey into your imagination.
Alright, stuff it, figure it. But despite what that overpriced sock puppet says, that last little part, that theme park stories can produce a little spark of imagination, is particularly meaningful to me. Imagination isn't just for small children at the most magical place. It's important for life and the human spirit. In one of my favorite books, The Artisan Soul, McManus explains the importance of imagination like this. Only in our imagination can we begin to contain even the smallest expression of the bigness of God. Only in our imagination can we accomplish anything, go anywhere, or become anyone. Only in our imagination do we have boundless possibilities and endless potential. Only in our imagination can we even begin to conceive of what reality might become if it began to reflect the imagination of God. Now, I don't mean to bring us to church here, though I certainly could if you dared me to. I'm just glad that theme parks give me that unique chance to exercise that creative muscle. And that is a thrill all in itself.